Spoiler Dan 1, welcome to my channel, and today I am going to show you how to put together this model Shipways MX105 waterline marker. In reading the instructions, it was incredibly confusing. It's easy to put together, but when I read the instructions, I just couldn't wrap my mind around it, so I ended up just putting it together. A big shout out to Mark K. 6884. He's a viewer on my channel quite regularly. He's been following me along, and he actually provided this to me. And we had worked together on a project, and I had made some things for him, and he shipped me this along with another item that I'll cover in another episode. So let me show you how I got this put together and what challenges, if any, that I came upon. This is a model Shipways MX105 waterline marker. I have never had such a thing, but I think it might come in handy. But let's see if I can put it together. Step one is to remove all the laser cut pieces. I'll sand all these off after I get everything separated. This is not like building a ship, so I'm not that concerned about how nice these go together. This is the base, I know that. Comes with a pencil, hardware to make it so it's adjustable. Not a whole lot of parts to work with. I think I can do it. Now that I've got all of them separated, I will file off these nubs. Whenever you have laser cut parts, if the laser has burned it that dark, you need, if you're going to have any glue to adhere, you need to sand this off. So use a sandpaper, or in my case, I'm just using this file. Now I can line my parts up. First, we need a mark 2.5 inches, and you can go from either end. Next will be some adhesive right on that line. I'm going to take some more of this black off of this edge here. Now this piece that has the slot in it, I'm going to put a bead of wood. I'm going to use wood glue on this part. And this goes centered on that center line. And then on the sides, you're going to use the triangular piece. For this, I'm going to use the CA glue and the accelerant that I have. I'm going to put a bead of CA glue on two surfaces. Here. And back here. Now I'm going to spray this accelerant. If you've never used this, it is amazing because it'll adhere almost immediately. And this will help me get it at a straight 90-degree angle, I'm guessing. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other side.
minimally within 10 seconds. It's really almost instantly. That's solid. That's going to hold that and allow that wood glue to dry. I'm going to go ahead and there's some excess wood glue I'm just going to kind of scrape off. I did mess up. I glued these first. That's an error, and they really should have just been 1/4 of an inch from the edge. I think it's going to be okay because you're really just supporting this, and I don't think that distance matters. Now on this particular piece, it probably does matter. It says 1 inch in from the back edge. From what I can determine, this part here, this is the back. So I'm going to come in 1 inch. I marked that. And it's going to go right about there. I'm going to use wood glue on this part, super glue on the bottom. That 1 inch puts this edge right close to that edge right there. We'll see if I'm right. I'm starting to think that Mark sent me this to see if I could actually figure out how to put it together. This next part I had to think about for a little while. And what it looks like to me, these two parts with the holes and this part with the hole, these are inset in here, and the solid ones are going to be glued on the outside. So let me just dry fit this so you know what I'm saying. Then the solid one goes on the very back. Then this will go here. It goes on top of the one with the hole in it. Now this isn't necessarily the correct spacing, and the pencil that came with it will, go in that hole eventually. Then this one will go, and it's important that you align those two holes there. So there's what I'm shooting for. Simple. Now let me see if there's a measurement for this particular piece here. The distance between these two, it says approximately 2 inches. So I don't know if that's from the back of it, so I'll go from the center of it. So I'm going to give myself a little pencil mark here. It did say approximate. The pencil will fit all the way through there, but I won't be able to sharpen it too much. And I'm going to use wood glue on all of this in case I make a mistake. I'm also going to sand some of this black off of this. I'm going to put this on first because I can line up the edge pretty well just using a flat surface. Go ahead and put this piece in. Got a little miniature square here that will help me line that up. Get it straight. My last bead of glue will go around here. Guess I should read the instructions. Because I didn't pay much attention to this part. I am just assuming, and that's not good. I'm still going to put it on. course, some of you out there may be saying, no, no. I think I'm going to clamp this together. I'll let that dry. While that's happening, I'll go ahead and read the instructions and see if I'm supposed to glue all that together. Even though these were designed to be just 1/4 of an inch off the edge, they're fine there where I put them. It also didn't matter which one I put in first. The last step is to attach this, and I did assemble it correctly. So you're gonna put one of the washers on the screw. You're gonna go from the, I guess, does it matter? Probably doesn't matter. Push it all the way through both holes. Get your other washer and the wing nut. So to mark your water line, this will slide up and down. Now there's nothing that necessarily holds it straight. You'll just have to straighten it, or you could, you know, use a little square or something. However, the pencil that came with it, which you would think would slide right in there, it doesn't. The instructions say put a pencil in there. Well, not this pencil. This is where my handy dandy miniature belt sander comes into play. There we go. Now that'll give me a straight line. And if I had a ship, I could show you, but imagine my hand is a ship. I can adjust it to where the water line would be and run it all the way around the ship, as long as you're on a flat surface. So thanks Mark K684. I was able to put it together. If this was a secret challenge, I met the challenge. I don't think it was. I think you were being a generous person that I know that you are. Anyway, I'll give it a shot on my next ship build. If after you've watched the video you'd like to own one of these and you put it to use in your own ship building, I will put a link either in the description, the bottom of the screen, or sometimes you'll see products listed on screen. Click that, it'll bring the products within that video and some other things that I use on the right side of the screen. If you buy from one of those links, I do get a small commission. It does not affect the price that you pay. It just takes you to their website and they have agreed to pay that small commission back to me. That's a benefit of YouTube and having over 10,000 subscribers. So it comes in handy, it helps pay for my hobby. Although I didn't pay for this, it was much appreciated. Mark, thank you. That's it on putting together the model MX105 watermarking tool. This is Boiler Dan 1, and as always, thanks for watching.